Unsolved.
JonBenet Ramsey case. She acted alone. Why did it make you feel scared when Mom came rushing in there? I felt like something bad had happened. Many people feel that Patsy and John work together, but that doesn't seem to make sense. Listening to the reaction that Burke heard that morning between Patsy and John, it seems like either one of them knew what was going on and the other didn't. Either Patsy knew that JonBenet was dead and she was acting this out to convince John, or John was letting Patsy go on and have a natural reaction to the fact that JonBenet was missing and a ransom note was left behind. I remember my mom rushing in my room, flipping the lights on, looking around, and rushing out. Okay, was Mom upset? Yeah. Had you ever seen Mom like that before? No. Did it scare you? Yeah. What did you do then? I just laid in bed with my eyes open, sort of thinking of what might have happened. Did you hear Mom and Dad talking? I heard Mom going psycho. Going psycho? Yeah, Did you go down and see what was going on? No, just stayed in bed. Boy, that must have been scary for you. That must have been real scary. What did you think? What just happened? And you didn't know? I didn't know. I had just laid in bed, freaked out. Do you remember hearing your mom on the phone? No, I don't think I could hear, because I could just barely hear my parents downstairs from my room. Okay, how was Dad sounding? He was sounding he wasn't going to freak out. He was just gonna do what needed to be done. So he was trying to be calm? Calmer. He was trying to be calm. Mom sounded really upset. She looked upset. What did she look like? Well, she was rushing in, rushing out. I was really worried. Was she breathing heavy? Yeah. She looked upset. Was she talking loud or soft? Sort of oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. How would you describe psycho? Like overreacting, because I heard her downstairs oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, So my dad was okay, calm down. She was just overreacting. According to Burke, sometime that morning, before the police officer came in with his flashlight, his father came in and turned off the lights. At the beginning of the 911 call, did Patsy say, "We need a police"? Listen again. The little A's in the ransom note all have a unique look to them. Yet, this A here in the word, "if you want," compared to Patsy's entry form, and if you look at JonBenet Ramsey, the A there, is that a perfect match? And also if you look at the bottom, John Ramsey, the A there, is that a perfect match? They look quite alike. And look at this, how far apart the words are in the ransom note. And then in this entry form that Patsy wrote, look at the words and see how far apart they are. And then there's this little extra space after a completed sentence, so it's even farther apart. And in the entry form, it does that also on the second line on the bottom. If Patsy and John were working together to write the ransom note, why would Patsy write, "Don't try to grow a brain, John. Don't underestimate us, John. It is up to you now, John." It sounds like Patsy is letting John know that this is a ransom. Some say, why didn't Patsy wait before she made the 911 call? Well, Mike Archuleta was going to be at the airport at 7 o'clock, and so somebody was going to need to call him to let him know that they weren't coming. And they're going to have a good reason why they're not coming to the airport. And they can't change their story later, so whatever they told them, they're going to have to be able to explain what they said. John Ramsey had taken a sleeping pill, and Burke was sleeping in the old part of the house after a long Christmas day. And one thing that is definitely a fact, JonBenet had wet herself, as you can see with her underwear right here. And so did JonBenet get up and go upstairs to talk to her mom? And her mom came down and had to take care of JonBenet sometime in the middle of the night? And did Patsy lose control of herself and gravely injure JonBenet? And another fact is, JonBenet had been strangled with the garrote that night, and a paintbrush handle was used to make the garrote, and that handle came from Patsy's paint tote. Patsy knew about the broken window, and maybe she's the one that put the suitcase under the window to make it look like someone had gone in and out of the window. Who is going to wrap JonBenet's dead body in a white blanket and place her pink Barbie nightgown along with her in the wine cellar? Please subscribe. It's free. Well, this ends this episode of Unsolved. And next weekend, we'll have another episode, and it'll be a little bit longer. And so I'll see you then.